Hey, Ethan, have you noticed how many people didn't show up this morning? Feels like half the crew is missing.
Yeah, I noticed. 2 of the committee members disappeared last night. Strangest thing, isn't it?
Wait, what do you mean disappeared? Like quit?
No idea. They were here yesterday for the final planning meeting. Today they're just gone. No call, no notice, nothing.
Oh, Jesus. Well, that's not a great sign. Has management said anything?
Not a word. That's what's bothering me. 2 senior guys vanish overnight and Reynolds acts like nothing happened.
You think something's up?
Maybe. This place does give me the creeps after all. Always has. I mean, just look at it. It's not exactly friendly.
It's just an old amusement park.
Yeah, but there's something off about it. My dad used to tell stories about this place. Back when it was still running, that is.
What kind of stories?
The kind you don't want to hear before working alone here. Just watch yourself, okay? This demolition job feels different.
You're being paranoid. People quit construction jobs all the time. It doesn't exactly pay all that great.
I guess just keep your eyes open, especially around the old funhouse.
Why the funhouse specifically?
Just a feeling. Anyway, gotta go. Reynolds is calling me over.
All right then, talk later. Hey, Sally, sorry to disturb you, but have you heard anything about the missing workers?
Hey, Thomas. What missing workers?
The committee members. Ethan said they disappeared last night.
Oh, that. People quit these jobs all the time, Thomas. Demolition work isn't for everyone.
Without notice, though? Both on the same night?
Probably got better offers elsewhere. Or got spooked by this creepy old park lol.
You think it's creepy too?
Have you seen the old promotional material? That mascot they had was terrifying.
Mascot?
Yeah, some kind of black cartoon cat thing. All black and white with this horrible grin. Like something from the 1930s.
I haven't seen it.
Count yourself lucky then. Anyway, I wouldn't worry about the missing guys. This job has good pay but terrible hours. People jump ship all the time.
That's what Ethan said. Still seems confusing that management hasn't said anything, though.
That's Reynolds for you. He's a man of few words, especially when it makes him look bad.
True. Thanks, Sally.
No problem, newbie. See you tomorrow bright and early.
See you then. Joe Liam, quick question.
What's up, Thomas?
Did you see anything unusual on the security cameras last night? 2 workers went missing.
Missing? Huh?
Yeah. No one seems concerned, and it's kind of driving me crazy.
You want the honest answer?
Of course.
You won't believe me if I told you.
Try me. Liam, you still there?
Sorry, not sure I should say anything.
Now you've got me worried. What did you see?
I need to check something first. I'll text you later tonight.
Seriously? You can't just leave me hanging like that.
Trust me, better to be sure before I say anything.
All right, but text me later for sure.
Will do. You still up?
Yeah. Please just tell me what you saw, man. I'm dying to know.
Okay, so I checked the footage from last night, and most of it's corrupted.
Corrupted? How?
Static, missing chunks, timestamps jumping around.
That can happen with old equipment.
Our system is brand new. Installed it myself last week.
That can't be right. But what does this have to do with the missing workers?
I'm not sure it does, but there's something else.
What?
I saw something while doing my rounds tonight, in the funhouse.
The funhouse? That's the second time it's been mentioned by someone today.
Doesn't surprise me. I saw something moved in there. I was outside doing perimeter checks, and then all of a sudden I saw movement through one of the broken windows.
Probably just an animal. Raccoon or something, right?
No, it was way too big for that. Person-sized even.
Could be homeless people, breaking in for shelter.
Could be, but the fence wasn't cut, and the alarm system was armed all night.
So what do you think it was?
Not sure yet, but I'm going to check it out.
Whoa, slow down. Don't go alone. That's how horror movies start.
Relax, dude. I've got my flashlight and taser. It's my job to check suspicious activity anyway.
At least wait until morning. We can go together with more people.
If someone broke in, they'll be gone by morning. I'm already heading over there now.
This is a bad idea, Liam.
I'll be fine. I'll text you what I find.
Let me know as soon as you're done.
Will do.
Morning, Sal. Just wanted to ask you something if that's all right. I'm at the site already, but have you heard from Liam?
Morning, Thomas. No, I haven't heard anything. Why? Is everything okay?
No, I don't think it is. He never texted me back last night.
Was he meant to?
Yeah, he said he'd let me know once he'd finished exploring.
Maybe his phone died then?
I just checked the parking lot. His truck is still here.
What? Seriously?
Yeah, keys are still in the ignition too.
Okay, yeah, that's not right. Did you try calling him?
Straight to voicemail. I'm really worried, Sally.
Maybe he got a ride home with someone, left his truck to pick up later?
With the keys inside and not telling anyone.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Have you told Reynolds?
Not yet. Wanted to check with the crew first.
I'm heading in now. We should report this.
Agreed. First the committee members. Now, Liam, something's definitely going on here.
Let's not jump to conclusions, but I am getting concerned.
Me too. See you when you get here. Ethan, I need to ask you something, buddy.
What's up?
Has this happened before? Workers disappearing from this site?
Why do you ask?
Because now Liam's gone too. His truck's still here, but no sign of him.
Crap.
So, has it happened before?
I shouldn't say anything.
Ethan, please. If you know something, I need to hear it.
Give me a minute.
If you say so.
Look, I've been with this company for 15 years. This isn't the first time people have vanished from this site. Workers have been disappearing from Lakeview for years, even before demolition was approved.
Years? How many people?
I don't know exactly. Maybe a dozen over the past decade? Maintenance workers mostly. A few security guards.
And the company never investigated?
They always replace them quietly. No police reports. No questions. Just new faces showing up.
That can't be legal.
It's not, but there's something about this place. The company seems desperate to keep it quiet.
Why would they do that?
I'm just as clueless as you, but I think whatever's happening has been going on for decades.
Jesus Christ. We need to go to the police.
With what evidence? People quit construction jobs all the time. That's what they'll say.
But Liam's truck.
Could have gotten a ride. Trust me, I've tried reporting things before. Nobody listens.
So what do we do?
Keep your head down, do your job, and stay away from the funhouse.
That's where Liam went last night. Said he saw something moving inside.
Damn it! Then he's definitely gone, just like the others.
You can't just accept that.
I've had to learn to. This is why I drink, Thomas. I see too much of this crap.
We should at least look for him.
I'm not going near that funhouse. Not after dark. Not after what happened to Mike.
Mike? Who's Mike?
Forget I said anything. Just be careful. I gotta go.
Ethan, wait! Don't leave me hanging like this. Ethan!
Thomas, something just happened.
Oh, crap. Are you okay?
No, I'm not freaking okay.
Breathe, Sally. Tell me what's going on.
The bulldozer, the one parked by the carousel, it just started on its own.
Really?
Yep, no one was in it. The keys weren't even in the ignition. It just roared to life and started moving. We've stopped it now, but Jesus, that was close.
That can't be right. These things are checked multiple times a day.
Tell that to Joey. It nearly crushed him. He jumped out of the way at the last second.
Is he okay?
Shaken up, but yeah, Reynolds is freaking out. We checked the security cameras.
And?
There's nothing there. That whole section of footage is just gone. Wiped clean.
Just like what Liam said about last night's footage.
What the hell is happening, Thomas?
I don't know. Maybe there was a short in the electrical system? Old equipment can malfunction.
This wasn't a malfunction. It turned itself on. It moved on its own. It was aiming for Joey. I saw it with my own eyes.
Look, there has to be an explanation. Maybe someone tampered with it accidentally?
Hell no. Nobody here would dare to ever do that. We've got a real problem on our hands here, Thomas.
I know, but we can't panic.
I think we should all leave. This job isn't worth it.
Let's just get through today. We'll figure this out.
I guess. But I'm not going anywhere alone. And I'm definitely not staying after dark.
That's probably smart. I'll come find you after I finish this section.
Thanks.
Thomas Shelby?
Yes? Who is this?
David Reynolds, site manager.
Oh, Mr. Reynolds. I was going to talk to you tomorrow about Liam.
I'm reviewing the security footage right now. I need you to come to my office.
Now? But it's almost midnight.
This can't wait until morning. You need to see this.
See what exactly?
The footage from the funhouse, last night, when Liam went missing.
You found something?
Yes, but I can't explain it over text. You need to see it for yourself.
Can it wait until morning? I'm already in bed.
No, it has to be now, before anyone else finds out.
Finds out what?
Just come, please. I don't think I'm alone in here.
Who else is with you? Mr. Reynolds? Hello?
Thomas? Thomas, wake up. Are you seeing this? Everyone's trying to reach you.
What? What's happening? I just woke up. Sally, it's 6 a.m. The hell is going on?
Reynolds is missing now, too. He never went home last night.
What? Are you sure?
His wife called the office this morning. His car is still in the lot, just like Liam's.
Oh my God. Reynolds texted me last night.
He did? What did he say?
He wanted me to come to the office. Said he found something on the security footage. Something about Liam.
Did you go?
No. I told him I'd come in the morning. Then he said, I don't think I'm alone in here. I tried to respond, but he went silent.
Jesus Christ. We need to call the police now.
I'm getting dressed now. Don't go near Reynolds' office.
Trust me, I won't. I'm staying with the group. No one's working alone today.
Smart. I'll be there in 20.
Hurry.
Thomas. My name is Mia Tran. I'm a local historian and run a blog documenting unexplained phenomena in our town. I understand you're currently working on the demolition team at Lakeview Fun Park. I noticed some concerning news about worker disappearances at the site from local chatter, and I feel compelled to share some information with you. I've been researching Lakeview's dark history for years, and what I've found might explain what's happening. In 1953, a young boy named Timothy Fletcher went missing at the park. According to newspaper clippings I've uncovered, he was last seen near the funhouse. Multiple witnesses reported seeing the park's mascot, a character called Cartoon Cat, in the area just before the boy vanished. Here's where it gets interesting. Those witness statements were quickly suppressed. The park owner claimed the mascot costume was locked away that day, and that no employee was authorized to wear it. The investigation was shut down within weeks, with police citing lack of evidence. 3 years later, the park closed permanently, citing safety violations. I believe whatever happened to that boy is connected to what's happening now. If you're experiencing anything unusual at the site, please reply to me. I may be able to help.
Mia, thank you for reaching out. Your timing couldn't be more bizarre. We've had 3 workers disappear in the last 2 days. 2 committee members and our night security guard. Now our site manager is missing too. I'm not sure what to make of your research, but I have to admit something strange is happening here. Our security footage keeps getting corrupted, equipment moves on its own, and there's this overwhelming feeling of being watched. What exactly is this cartoon cat mascot? And why would it be connected to disappearances 70 years later? Hopefully, in our next conversation, we'll both be online at the same time.
Thomas, where are you?
Just pulled up. I'll start walking over to the management office right away. Where is everyone?
Most people didn't show up today. Word got around about Reynolds.
Great. So much for keeping a lid on things.
Management called a meeting for noon. Corporate is sending someone.
They need to shut this whole site down.
Yeah, they're probably going to make a statement from what I've heard. But Thomas, something else happened.
What now?
Ethan's gone too.
You're kidding.
Wish I was. He never checked in this morning, but his truck is here, just like the others.
This is ridiculous. That's 4 people in 3 days.
Oh, but there's more. I found something in his locker.
What? What the hell? Is that blood?
I think it's Marker, but I don't know. Who's he?
Not got a clue, but I have a bad feeling about this.
Me too. I'm seriously considering quitting again, man. This job isn't worth my life.
Where are you right now?
Break room. With Joey and Mike, safety in numbers.
Stay there. I'll pick up the pace.
Hurry.
Mia, it's Thomas. Another worker disappeared today, and I found this on his locker. Does this mean anything to you? Hello? I really need some help here. People are vanishing and no one seems to know why.
I'm sorry for the delay, Thomas. That message is disturbing. Do you have somewhere safe to stay tonight? Somewhere away from the park?
I have my apartment. Why?
I found something in more of my research. Something about the mascot.
Christ. That thing is horrifying.
This is Cartoon Cat, the official mascot of Lakeview Fun Park from 1950-1956. Notice anything unusual?
Besides being nightmare fuel?
Look at the proportions. Those limbs are too long for a normal costume, and the eyes are hollow, not mesh screens like normal mascot costumes.
So what are you saying?
Whatever this thing is, I don't think it's just a costume.
Huh? It has to be a costume? A person in a suit, right?
That's what I thought at first too. But I found accounts from former park employees. They claimed the costume would sometimes move on its own, and there were reports of it being seen in 2 places at once.
This is crazy. You're talking about some kind of supernatural entity.
I know how it sounds, but those disappearances in 1953 started just like what you're describing. First maintenance workers, then security, then management.
And now it's happening again.
Exactly. The message in your coworker's locker. He wants to play. That matches what witnesses claimed the missing boy said before he vanished. The cat wants to play with me.
Jesus Christ.
Whatever is happening at Lakeview, it's been happening for 70 years, and I don't think your demolition plans are making it happy.
You're seriously suggesting that this cartoon cat thing is taking our workers?
I know it sounds insane, but the pattern is unmistakable. You need to be careful, Thomas, especially around the funhouse. That seems to be its favorite place.
Liam said he saw something moving there the night he disappeared.
Then it's already started. Please stay away from that park after dark.
I will. Thank you for the warning.
And Thomas, if you see it, run. Don't try to help your friends. Don't try to reason with it. Just run.
I understand. I'll be careful. Hey, Joey, you on site today?
Yeah, I'm here, but I'm thinking of bailing after lunch.
Can't blame you. Have you seen Mike around?
Nope. Texted him earlier, but no response. Probably smart enough to stay home.
He was supposed to be working the east section with me today.
Management brought in some new guys anyway, like nobody would notice.
New guys? Already?
Yeah, 4 of them. Not a single question about the missing people. They're just working.
That's messed up.
This whole situation is messed up. I'm just glad I'm not the night watchman. No way I'd be here after dark.
Smart thinking. Let me know if you hear from Mike, okay?
You got it, man.
Mike, where are you, man? You're supposed to be here today. Just checking if you're okay. Let me know if you got this, okay? Sally, you there?
Yeah, sorry. I'm in the office writing my resignation letter.
You're actually quitting?
Absolutely. Not after what I just saw.
You saw something else?
I was checking the wiring near the carousel, and I saw something move.
An animal?
No, it was tall, like really tall. A dark shadow standing between 2 of the horses.
Did you get a good look at it?
No, when I turned to face it directly, it was gone. But I felt it watching me, like it was still there, but hidden.
Jesus.
Yeah, so I'm writing this letter, then I'm gone. You should leave too, Thomas.
I can't. Not yet.
Don't be stupid. People are dying here.
We don't know that.
Yes, we do. Deep down, we all know. Something is hunting us, one by one.
Let me come to the office. We'll leave together.
Hurry then. I'm finishing this letter. Then I'm out.
I'll be there in 10 minutes. Don't go anywhere alone. Sally, I'm at the office, but you're not here. Where did you go? Sally, please answer. I'm calling you now. Please pick up.
Thomas Shelby?
Yes, who's this?
Jack Olson. Mia asked me to contact you. Said you're working demolition at Lakeview.
That's right. She mentioned you worked there in the 70s.
Yeah, worst job of my life. I heard about the disappearances. It's happening again.
Again? So this has happened before?
3 times that I know of. 1953, 1974, and 1996. Always when they try to change the park. Always starts with the workers vanishing.
Did you ever see anything while you worked there?
I didn't see it, but I heard it. In the storage closet behind the staff room. That's where they kept the mascot costume.
The cartoon cat?
Yeah, that thing. I had to pass by that closet every night to clock out, and I'd hear noises, whispering, scratching, like something was alive in there. But every time we checked, nothing. Just the costume sitting there, those damn hollow eyes staring.
But a costume can't move on its own.
That's what I kept telling myself until I saw it one night.
Saw what?
The costume on the security monitors. I was alone, checking the feeds before locking up, and I saw it walking through the funhouse. But when I ran down to check, the costume was still in the closet, untouched. That's when I quit.
Could someone have been wearing it?
No one could fit in that thing. It was too tall, too thin, arms too long, and besides, I had the only key to that closet.
Say, would you be willing to meet me? Talk about this in person?
Not a chance. I'm not going anywhere near that place. Not within 5 miles. You shouldn't either. Quit while you still can.
I need to find my friends, though.
Your friends are gone. Just like the others, it took them.
Took them where?
Inside. That's all I know. That's all anyone knows. Just be careful. And whatever you do, don't go near the funhouse at night.
Thank you, Jack. I appreciate the warning.
Don't thank me. Just leave while you still can.
Just got off the phone with Jack Olson.
Good. Did he tell you about the noises?
Yeah. He said he heard things coming from the mascot costume.
That matches what I found. I discovered a forum post from 2004. A construction worker named Brian Kelly. He was part of a renovation crew at Lakeview.
What happened?
The same thing that's happening to you. Workers disappearing, equipment turning on by itself, security footage getting corrupted. Let me share his exact words. It started with Greg vanishing. His car still in the lot, but no sign of him. Then Maria, then the foreman. Management kept bringing in replacements like nothing happened. The machines would start up on their own. Once, a cement mixer turned on and nearly crushed Jake. No one was near the controls, but the worst part was the feeling of being watched. All day, every day. Eyes on you from every shadow. I kept seeing movement from the corner of my eye. Something tall and thin, moving between the rides. When I told the others, they laughed. They're not laughing anymore. They're gone too. All but me. If you're reading this, stay away from Lakeview Fun Park. It's not abandoned. Something lives there. Something that doesn't want us to leave.
Jesus Christ. That's exactly what's happening here.
I know. The post was deleted a day after it appeared, and Brian Kelly was reported missing a week later.
This can't be real.
I wish it wasn't. But the pattern is undeniable.
So what is it? What's causing all this?
I don't know for certain, but whatever's in that park, it's been there since at least the 1950s, and it doesn't want the park to change.
My lights just went out. The whole apartment is dark.
Stay where you are. Don't leave.
Sally never responded to my texts. I'm worried she's still at the park.
Thomas, please, don't go back there.
I have to. I can't just abandon her.
It's too dangerous, especially at night.
I'm going to check the office. Just a quick in and out. I'll be careful.
Don't go alone, please. If you have to go, take someone with you.
Everyone else has either disappeared or quit. There's no one else.
Then wait until morning, please.
I can't. What if she's hurt? What if she needs help right now?
Thomas.
I'm sorry. I have to go. I'll text you when I get there. Wish me luck. I'm at the park entrance. Place is completely deserted.
Thomas, please turn around. This is a mistake.
I have to find Sally. I can't leave her here.
You're putting yourself in danger. If she disappeared like the others...
Don't say that. I'm going to check the office first, then the carousel where she last texted me from.
Keep your phone in your hand. Text me every few minutes. If you stop responding, I'm calling the police.
Deal. I'm heading in now. Office is empty. Sally's resignation letter is still on the desk, half finished.
That's not good. Did she leave any clue where she went?
No, but her car is still in the lot. Keys and purse still inside.
Thomas, I think you need to leave.
I'm going to check the carousel next. That's where she said she saw something. At the carousel, no sign of Sally, but I found her hard hat.
This isn't good. Any other signs?
No, just her hat. I'm looking around the area, but it's so dark.
Use your flashlight, but be aware. It might see the light.
It? You mean the mascot thing?
Yes, whatever it is. Light seems to attract it.
Great. I think I see footprints heading toward the funhouse.
The funhouse? Thomas, don't go in there. That's where everyone disappears.
I have to. They might lead to Sally.
Thomas, please. At least wait until daylight.
No, I have to help Sally.
You'll be no help to her if you disappear too.
I'm going in regardless of what you say, but I'll be careful. I promise.
Thomas, please don't do this.
I'm inside the funhouse. It's even creepier than I imagined. This place is a maze of mirrors and old props.
Can you see any signs of Sally?
No, but I'm following the footprints. They lead deeper inside.
Tell me everything you see. No detail is too small.
The mirrors are all cracked or warped. There are old papier-mâché clown faces on the walls. Most are rotting or broken. The floor creaks with every step. And it's freezing in here, way colder than outside.
The temperature drop is significant. That's consistent with other encounters.
Encounters with what exactly?
Entities like this one. They seem to drain thermal energy from their surroundings.
Great. I'm in some kind of central chamber now. Oh, God.
What? What is it?
I found Liam's phone. It's on the ground. Screen is cracked, but it's still on.
What does it show?
An unsent text message. It says, "It's not a costume. It's not empty." All caps. And the temperature just dropped even more. My flashlight is flickering. Oh my God. I see it. In the corner. It's watching me.
Thomas, what do you see? Thomas?
It's real. The cartoon cat. It's in the corner, crouching. Its limbs are all wrong. They're too long, and the joints bend the wrong way.
Holy crap. Go, go, go. Just run.
I found a maintenance closet. I'm hiding.
Is it following you?
I don't know. I can't hear anything, but it's so cold in here. I can see my breath.
Stay quiet. When you think it's safe, you need to get out.
I saw it though, Mia. It's real, goddammit. It's exactly like in that old advertisement.
Don't waste time texting. Just go. If you've lost it, then run.
I said I don't know where it is.
What?
A voice. It sounds old, like it's coming through an old radio or a gramophone.
What is it saying?
My name. It's saying my name. Over and over. Thomas. Thomas ...
Don't listen to it. Cover your ears if you have to.
It's everywhere. The voice is coming from everywhere at once. Hang on. I think I understand now.
Understand what?
It's not just a monster. It's a prison.
What do you mean?
That boy from 1953, Timothy Fletcher. He's still in there.
Inside the cartoon cat?
Yes. He wasn't just killed. He was trapped inside somehow. Still alive, but not alone.
Thomas, this doesn't make sense.
It does. There's something else in there with him. Something old. Something evil. It possessed him. All that rage and suffering. It transformed into this thing.
How do you know this?
I just feel it. When I saw it, for a second I saw the boy's face, behind the cartoon mask, screaming silently.
Thomas, please. This is beyond dangerous. You need to get out now.
The voice stopped. I think it moved away. I'm going to make a run for it. Made it to my car, and I think I get it now.
Get what?
Why it takes the workers. It's protecting the park. It doesn't want it demolished. It's been stopping every attempt for 70 years.
That makes sense with the pattern. But please, theories later.
Agreed. Starting the engine now.
Thank God.
Hey, long time no see, eh?
Sally, where the hell have you been? You disappeared!
I know. I'm so sorry. I should have stayed in touch.
What happened? I went back to the park last night looking for you.
You did what? Are you stupid?
I was worried. You just vanished.
I didn't vanish. I ran. After what I saw at the carousel, I gave up writing the letter and instead grabbed my keys and just drove. Didn't stop until I was 3 towns over.
You could have texted me. Let me know you were okay.
I realize that now, and I feel terrible about it, but I was terrified. I didn't want any connection to that place, not even through text.
Where are you now?
I'm back in town. Still not going anywhere near that park, though.
I don't blame you. After what I saw.
Wait, what did you see?
The thing from the mascot poster, the cartoon cat. It's real, Sally. I found it in the funhouse.
Jesus Christ. Thomas, listen to me. I found someone who might be able to help us.
Who?
A journalist named Marie Dawson. She's been investigating the disappearances. Can I give her your number?
Absolutely. I have someone helping me too. A historian named Mia.
Maybe we should all connect. Share what we know.
Good idea. I'll set up a group chat. Hey everyone, I think it's time we pool our knowledge. Sally, this is Mia. She's a local historian who's been researching the park's history. Mia, this is Sally, my co-worker, and Marie, a journalist.
Nice to meet you both. I wish it were under better circumstances.
Likewise. Thomas, have you told them what you saw?
I told Mia. I was in the funhouse last night, and I saw it. The cartoon cat.
I'm Marie Dawson, by the way. I've been tracking missing persons cases in this area for years. What exactly did you see, Thomas?
It's hard to describe. Like a cartoon character come to life, but wrong. Too tall. Limbs too long. And its face. That grin.
This matches other accounts I've found, dating back to the 1950s.
I found something in the site office yesterday, before everything went down. The original park blueprints.
Interesting. Notice anything strange about the funhouse?
I'm not sure I see them.
That's because it's not on the original plans.
She's Right. The blueprint is dated 1949, but according to my research, the funhouse wasn't added until 1953.
The same year that boy disappeared?
Exactly. Just 3 months before Timothy Fletcher went missing.
That can't be a coincidence.
It gets stranger. Every cluster of disappearances I've tracked, 1953, 1974, 1996, and now, they all coincide with attempts to change the park. Demolition, renovation, even just major repairs.
It's protecting the park. That's what I realized last night.
But why? What's so special about that funhouse?
I think the boy is still there, trapped somehow, inside that thing.
How could that be possible?
Who knows? But I saw his face, behind the mask, for just a second.
Are you saying the mascot suit is possessed?
Not exactly. It's more like the boy and something else. Something that was already there. They became one.
This aligns with something else I found. The mascot wasn't an original creation for the park. It was based on a cartoon character from the 1930s.
Do you have any images of it?
I'll send what I have later today. I'm still gathering information.
So what do we do with all this? Go to the police?
With what? Stories about a possessed cartoon cat? They'll think we're crazy.
We need evidence, something concrete.
I'll keep digging into the history. Maybe there's something in the original creator's background.
And I'll keep investigating the disappearances. See if there's a pattern we can prove.
I'm staying as far away from that park as possible.
I think that's smart. We all should. Until we know more.
Agreed. Let's do this again tomorrow. Compare notes.
Sounds good.
Thomas, I wanted to tell you something before we talk again tomorrow. I found something about the cartoon, the original one that inspired the mascot.
What is it?
It was from a short-lived series in the 1930s called Midnight Follies. Only 3 episodes were ever produced.
Only 3? What happened?
They were test-screened to audiences in 1932, and the response was disturbing.
Disturbing how?
Nightmares, anxiety, reports of lingering dread after watching. One viewer supposedly had a nervous breakdown.
From a cartoon?
Yes. The studio immediately canceled production and pulled the existing episodes.
What about the creator?
That's the strangest part. His name was Edward Lawton, a former illustrator for a newspaper. After the show was canceled, he became obsessed with his creation, kept drawing it over and over. The studio fired him. And then...
What?
He disappeared. About a month after the cancellation, his apartment was found empty, except for hundreds of sketches of the character.
The cartoon cat?
Yes, and according to the police report, the cleaning lady refused to enter the apartment. She claimed the drawings would change when no one was looking directly at them.
Change how?
The expression, the position, like they were alive.
Jesus.
The entire collection of drawings was supposedly destroyed, but somehow 20 years later, Lakeview Fun Park debuts a mascot based on the same character.
How is that possible? If all the drawings were destroyed?
I don't know, unless...
Unless what?
Unless Edward Lawton didn't actually disappear. What if he was the one who designed the mascot for Lakeview?
So the creator of the cartoon designed the mascot costume.
It's just a theory, but it would connect everything.
This is getting deeper than I expected.
I'm going to keep researching. See if I can find any connection between Lawton and Lakeview.
Thanks, Mia. This is really helpful.
Be careful, Thomas. The more I learn about this thing, the more dangerous it seems.
I will. We'll talk more tomorrow.
One more thing. I found an image from one of the original episodes. It's poor quality, but...
That's it. That's exactly what I saw.
God help us all then. We're dealing with a goddamn demon.
Morning, everyone. I've got something interesting to share.
What did you find?
Good morning.
I'm here too.
I went through some old occult texts at the university library last night, specifically looking at interdimensional entities.
Interdimensional? Like aliens?
Not exactly. More like beings that exist between our reality and another. The book I found is called Limnology, A Study of Threshold Entities, published in 1897 by an anonymous author. It describes entities that can't fully exist in our dimension, but can manifest through human creativity and obsession.
I'm not sure I follow.
Basically, these entities need a vessel, something created by humans. Art, music, literature, or in our case, a cartoon character and costume.
So you're saying this cartoon cat thing was never just a cartoon?
Not exactly. The theory is that the original creator, Edward Lawton, may have unknowingly created a gateway through his obsessive drawing.
And something came through?
Potentially. The entity would have been weak at first, but when the cartoon character was made into a physical costume,
it gained a stronger foothold in our reality.
Exactly. And if the boy was somehow trapped inside, the entity could use that life force to stay here.
Good God. That's mental, but it actually makes a lot of sense.
The book also mentions how to deal with such entities.
How?
You have to sever their connection to our reality, destroy their vessel completely, and ensure there's nothing left to anchor them here.
So we need to destroy the costume?
And possibly the funhouse, if that's where it's strongest.
But how do we even find the costume? It's moving on its own.
That's the hard part. The entity won't let itself be destroyed easily.
I have something to add too, about the land itself.
What about it?
Lakeview wasn't always an amusement park. The land has a history. In the late 1800s, there was a small settlement there called Hallows Mill.
What happened to it?
It vanished, not destroyed or abandoned. The entire population, about 60 people, disappeared over a single night in 1879.
Just like what's happening now.
Exactly. And here's where it gets interesting. The few travelers who passed through in the weeks before reported something strange. Residents claimed to see figures that weren't quite human in the surrounding woods.
Figures? Like what?
The accounts are vague. Tall, thin silhouettes that moved strangely. People who looked normal from a distance but seemed wrong up close.
This fits with the limnology text. These entities can appear almost human, but there's always something off about them.
So the land was already haunted before the park was even built?
It seems that way, which might explain why the entity was drawn to Lawton's creation. It was looking for a proper vessel, and the cartoon character was perfect.
But why does it care about the park? Why protect it?
The funhouse might be its anchor point, where it first fully manifested. If the park is demolished,
We might accidentally free it.
Or destroy it?
Either way, it's not going to let that happen without a fight.
So what do?
we need more information about the costume, the funhouse, everything. The more we know, the better chance we have.
Thomas, I need to tell you something. Something I didn't mention before.
Oh, Jack, sorry. But I'm kind of in the middle of something right now.
It's about the costume.
I'm listening.
Good. You see, when I worked at the park in the 70s, management made us wear it.
Wear the cartoon cat costume?
Yeah, during special events. Halloween, Easter, kids' birthdays.
Did you ever wear it?
Once and only once.
What happened?
I put it on in the staff room. Everything seemed normal at first. Heavy, hot, uncomfortable like any mascot costume. But then, I lost time. I remember walking out to the park, and then nothing. Next thing I knew, I was back in the staff room. Costume was back on its stand, and 3 hours had passed.
You don't remember anything from those 3 hours?
Nothing, but the other staff said I performed perfectly. Danced with the kids, took photos, all the normal mascot stuff.
Whoa!
It gets worse. After taking it off, I could still hear it.
Hear what?
The whispering, like someone was constantly talking right behind me. But when I'd turn around, nobody there. This went on for weeks.
Did anyone else experience this?
Everyone who wore the costume, some worse than others. Management kept demanding we wear it, even when we all refused.
Why would they insist?
I don't know, but the last guy who wore it, right before the final closure in the 80s, guy named Pete Simmons, they found him curled up in the corner of the staff room, rocking back and forth. Wouldn't speak, wouldn't move. They had to hospitalize him.
What happened to him?
He eventually started talking again, but only to repeat the same phrase, over and over.
What phrase?
He's still in there. He wants to come out. That's it, for months, nothing else.
Jesus. Is he still alive?
No, killed himself in 1989. Left a note that just said, he found me. Whatever that thing is. It's not just haunting the park, it follows you home.
I need to tell the others about this.
Be careful, Thomas. I've spent my whole life trying to forget that place, but it never really lets you go.
I just spoke with Jack Olson again. He had information on the costume. People who wore it experienced blackouts and memory loss, and would hear whispering even after taking it off.
That supports the possession theory.
The entity was trying to take them over, like it did with the boy.
The last person who wore it had a mental breakdown, kept repeating, he's still in there, he wants to come out, before eventually killing himself.
No way. I can't believe we worked at that place for months.
The costume seems to be how the entity chooses its victims. Perhaps wearing it creates a connection.
If we find the original costume, we might be able to destroy it.
But where would it be now? The park's been closed for decades.
It might be in storage somewhere, or
Or it's become part of the entity itself. The physical and supernatural merge together.
Either way, we need to find it or destroy its home in the park, and end this before anyone else disappears.
42 Blackwood Lane.
Reynolds, is that you? You disappeared days ago. Where the hell are you? Hello? Reynolds, if this is you, please respond. Guys, I just got a text from Reynolds. At least it seems to be from his number.
What? That's impossible. He's been missing for days.
I know, but the contact is definitely him.
What did he say?
An address, 42 Blackwood Lane. I've never heard of it, though.
hold on, let me check something. 42 Blackwood Lane. Oh my goodness.
What is it?
That's the address of Moonlight Studios,
What?
the animation studio that produced the original Cartoon Cat cartoons. It's been abandoned since the 1940s.
This has to be a trap. Reynolds is gone. Whatever is using his phone wants you to go there.
Maybe. But what if there's something there that could help us?
It is strange that the entity would lead us to its origins, unless there's something it's afraid we'll find.
Or something it wants us to see.
Either way, I think I need to check it out.
Are you crazy after everything that's happened?
Look, we need answers. If the studio is where this all started, maybe that's where we can find how to end it.
Thomas has a point. Understanding the entity's origins might be our only hope.
You're walking right into its trap.
Maybe. But I'm already involved in this. We all are. And it's not going to stop until we stop it.
I would go with you, but
It's okay. I understand. No one should have to put themselves at risk.
Please be extremely careful and text us everything you find.
I will. I'm heading there now.
Thomas, wait. At least wait until morning.
If I wait, someone else might disappear. I'm already in my car.
Then God help you. Please come back alive.
I'm outside the studio.
This is it. Moonlight Studios. Be careful going in. The building must be structurally unsound after all these years.
It definitely looks like it's seen better days. Door was already open. That's not concerning at all.
Remember, document everything. Even small details might be important.
I'm inside. The place is a mess. Dust everywhere. But it doesn't look ransacked. More like everyone just walked out one day and never came back.
what do you see?
Hold on. I'm going to take some pictures.
Those animation cells, can you look at them?
Yeah. Let me check. Holy crap.
That doesn't match the promotional materials.
No, they don't. They're much more distorted. The entity's true form was leaking through even then.
This is really unsettling.
There are hundreds of these cells, all featuring the cat, but getting progressively more twisted. The later ones barely look like a cartoon anymore.
What else can you see?
There's a door in the back. Looks like it goes to a basement.
Oh, great. A basement in an abandoned Hellspawn studio.
Don't worry, I'm being cautious. The basement light still works somehow. It's mostly empty down here, though. Storage boxes, old film reels. Wait a second. There's something odd about this wall.
What is it?
It's not flush with the rest of the basement. There's a gap. I think it's a hidden door.
Can you open it?
Trying. Got it. There's a small room behind it. Just a desk, a chair, and a book.
A book?
Looks like a journal. It's labeled E. Lawton, private.
That's him, the original creator. What does it say?
Let me read some of it. April 4th, 1932. The dreams came again last night. The cat was there, as always, watching from the corner of my bedroom. I can create him during the day, but at night it feels more like he's creating me.
Jesus.
April 10th, 1932. The studio loves the character design. They don't see what I see. They don't notice how the eyes follow you around the room. They can't hear the whispers. May 15th, 1932. First screening today. The audience was disturbed. Of course they were. They sensed what I've known all along. He's not just a drawing. He's never been just a drawing.
It sounds like he was aware of the entity.
June 3rd, 1932. The studio canceled the series. Good. Maybe it will stop now, but I can still hear him at night, scratching at the edges of my mind. Wanting more. June 20th, 1932. I can't stop drawing him. I've filled hundreds of pages, each one more real than the last. I don't think I created him at all. I think I just opened a door.
That confirms our theory. He didn't create the entity. He just gave it away into our world.
It gets worse. July 10th, 1932. I saw him outside the drawings today, standing in my living room, just for a moment. But he was there. I'm not crazy. He's finding a way through. The entries get more erratic after that. Then there's a gap of several years. Then this, October 15th, 1949. They're building an amusement park. They want a mascot. I know what to do now. I can trap him, bind him to a physical form, and lock him away. The costume will be his prison. The park will be his cage.
So he built the costume as a trap?
February 3rd, 1953. It's done. The funhouse is complete. A prison within a prison. He knows what I've done. He's angry, but it's too late. As long as the park stands, he remains bound. God forgive me for what I've done. But there was no other way. That's the last entry, along with this photo.
Thomas, this is huge. The animator built the funhouse specifically to contain the entity, and the mascot costume was designed as a binding object.
So if the park is demolished?
The entity could be released completely.
Or destroyed, if we do it right.
Hang on. I'm getting a call. It's from Sally. Sally? What the hell do you think you're doing?
Excuse me?
I just answered a call from you.
What? But I never called you.
But I just spoke to you. Or something pretending to be you.
What? What did it say?
It wasn't your voice. It was distorted, scratchy, like an old recording. It said, "Come back to play, Thomas."
Oh God. Thomas, I swear I never called you. Guys, something's happening at my apartment. I think I hear Dash. Oh crap, something is smashing against my door.
It must have figured us out.
Is there another exit?
Just the fire escape, but I'm on the 5th floor.
Call 911.
It's breaking through. I can see it coming through the wood. It's not human. Those arms, I'm going to grab a knife. That way I can, it's through.
Sally. No!
This can't be happening.
It's reaching beyond the park now. It's coming after all of us.
But the journal said it was bound to the park.
Maybe the binding is weakening, or maybe it's always been able to reach out, just not this far.
What do we do now?
We don't have time to find the original costume, and even if we did, we might not be able to destroy it. There's only one solution.
What?
Destroy the park completely. The journal said the park is its cage. If we demolish it entirely, we might sever its anchor to our world.
But what if that releases it instead?
It's already breaking free. We have to take that chance. I have access to the demolition equipment. I can finish what we started.
Thomas, this is incredibly dangerous. The entity will try to stop you.
I know, but I don't see any other choice. Sally is gone. Reynolds is gone. Who knows how many others? This has to end tonight.
I'll call the police. Tell them about Sally.
I'm heading to the park now.
Thomas, grab a weapon. This thing has existed for decades. It won't go quietly.
I know, but neither will I.
Too late. Too late. Too late.
What the hell? Liam, is that you?
Too late. Too late. Too late.
This isn't funny. Who is this really?
Too late. Too late. Too late.
Too late, too late, too late.
Jesus! You too?
Too late, too late, too late.
Too late, too late, too late.
It's happening. They're all texting me. Liam, Ethan, Reynolds, all saying the same thing. Too late, too late, too late.
It's trying to scare you off.
It knows what you're planning.
Well, it's too late to turn back now. I'm at the park entrance.
Be careful. If the entity is reaching out through their phones, it must be desperate.
Or powerful. Either way, I'm going through with this.
What's your plan exactly?
There's a bulldozer still on site from the demolition. I'm going to use it to take down the funhouse. If that's the center of its power, destroying it might break the entity's hold.
Watch your back and keep us updated. Every detail.
I will. I'm heading to the construction area now. The bulldozer is still there. Keys are gone, but I can hotwire it.
You know how to hotwire a bulldozer?
I've watched the other guys do it enough times. It's not that different from a car. Just need to connect the right wires. Got it started. Headed toward the funhouse now. The park is so quiet. Too quiet.
Any sign of the entity?
Not yet, but the temperature is dropping rapidly. I can see my breath, and it's meant to be warm weather. The windows of the bulldozer are starting to frost over.
It's coming then. Get ready.
I'm approaching the funhouse. Just a few more seconds. I'm going to ram it at full speed. 3 dots, 2 dots. First.
Thomas, are you there?
What happened?
Thomas, please respond.
It's been 5 minutes. Should we call someone?
I'm alive! Crash the bulldozer into the funhouse. But something's happening.
What is it?
Are you hurt?
Not hurt, but I'm not alone. There are figures, dozens of them, standing in the shadows, all around the park.
Figures? What do they look like?
They're dark, hard to make out, but they all have the same grin, that wide, toothy grin, all watching me.
The missing workers? Or echoes of the entity?
No idea, but the funhouse has collapsed, and I think the impact triggered something. Oh God, it's coming out of the rubble.
What? What's coming out?
The cat! It's emerging from the ruins! It's massive! Much bigger than before! I'll get a zoom in on it.
Get back in the bulldozer!
Don't try to fight it.
Can't talk. It sees me. It's chasing me! I can't outrun it!
Where are you?
Near the carousel! More of the park is collapsing. The demolition triggered a chain reaction. It's screaming!
Thomas, just focus on getting out. Head for the exit.
I can't! It's between me and the gate. I'm trapped. But something's happening to it. Its form isn't stable. It's flickering, changing shape, like a glitching animation.
The park's destruction must be weakening it. Keep going. Destroy more if you can.
Wait! I see something. Inside it!
Inside it? What do you mean?
There's a person inside the creature. A boy! He's visible through tears in its form. Oh God! He's looking at me. He's conscious. He's been aware this whole time.
Timothy Fletcher, after all these years.
The last of the funhouse is falling. The entity is shrieking. It's coming for me! One last attempt.
Thomas.
Thomas? Thomas?
Please answer.
It's been half an hour. I think we need to call someone.
I already tried the police. They told me to piss off.
Jesus. That was hell.
You're alive. Thank God.
What happened?
It's over. It's finally over.
The entity?
Gone. Destroyed. Or at least banished. I'm not sure.
Tell us everything.
After my last message, the final support beam of the funhouse collapsed. The entity made one last lunge for me, but as the beam fell, it just dissolved, like black smoke or oil, melting away, and there was this sound, part scream, part relief.
Relief?
Like it was finally being released. But not just the entity, the boy too.
Timothy Fletcher.
Yes, for just a moment. After the creature dissolved, I could see him, just a faint outline, a boy, maybe 10 years old, standing where the entity had been. He looked at me and then smiled, a real smile, not that horrible grin, and then he faded away.
He was finally free, after almost 70 years of torment.
The park is in ruins now. Half the structures collapsed in a chain reaction. The carousel, the Ferris wheel, all of it, just rubble.
And the missing people?
No sign of them. The shadowy figures disappeared when the entity did. I don't think we'll ever find them.
They might have been gone long ago, just echoes used by the entity, or part of it somehow.
Maybe.
What about the others?
Who knows, to be honest. The police won't find anything at the park. Just destruction. They'll probably think it was vandals or an accident.
And the missing people?
Another unsolved mystery, like all the others connected to Lakeview, but at least there won't be any more.
Are you sure it's really over?
As sure as I can be. The entity is gone. I felt it. The park was its prison, and now that prison is destroyed. Whatever was trapped there is free.
Free or gone?
I hope gone, but at least the boy is at peace.
After all these years, it's hard to believe.
I should go. I need an ambulance. The creature slashed my arm. And figure out what to tell the police.
Be careful what you say. They'll never believe the truth.
I know. Talk tomorrow?
Of course.
We'll be here.
Thank you both for everything. I wouldn't have survived tonight without you. What's up, guys?
Thomas, you're back. How are you feeling?
Are you okay?
I'm in the hospital. Mild concussion and some cuts. Nothing serious.
What a relief. Are you sure it's over, though?
As sure as I can be. I saw it dissolve, like smoke in the wind, and the boy, I saw him find peace.
That's incredible. The entity must have been bound to the park like the journal said.
That's my theory. When the funhouse collapsed, its connection was severed.
But you can't be 100% certain?
Can anyone be 100% certain about something like this? All I know is what I saw. The entity dissolved. The park is in ruins, and that terrible feeling of being watched is gone.
I'd like to use some of this for my article, obviously with names changed, and the supernatural elements toned down.
Will your editor even allow a story like this?
Not the full truth, but I can frame it as a demolition accident, with a sidebar about the park's colorful history and the mysterious disappearances over the years.
I guess that's better than nothing. At least some record will exist.
What happened when the police arrived?
They were confused. Found me wandering through the rubble, bleeding and babbling about a cartoon cat.
I bet that went over well.
They assumed I was either drunk or high, or having a breakdown, had me tested for substances at the hospital.
And the demolition company?
Reynolds himself showed up this morning.
What?
Reynolds is alive?
Yeah, no memory of the past week. Claims he went on a bender after work stress. Woke up in a motel 2 counties over.
That's convenient.
And suspicious.
Tell me about it, but here's the kicker. The company is claiming all the missing workers just quit. No reports filed, no investigation, just employee turnover.
That's unbelievable. What about Liam, Ethan, all the others?
Officially, they all found other jobs. Unofficially, they're offering me a very generous severance package.
Hush money?
Basically, in exchange for my silence about the accident.
Are you going to take it?
Probably. What choice do I have? No one would believe me anyway, and I could use the money.
It just feels wrong. Those people deserved better.
I know, but at least the entity is gone. No one else will disappear because of it.
We hope.
Thomas, are you there?
Sally, you're alive?
Barely, but yes.
You really need to stop dying. Where are you? What happened?
I'm in County General, 1 county over. I've been here for days.
How did you survive?
It broke into my apartment. That thing. It had me cornered in my kitchen. I thought I was gonna die, but then it stopped. Like it was listening to something, and then it just left. Crashed back through my door and disappeared.
What time was this?
Maybe 4? Why?
That's when I arrived at the park, when I started the demolition.
You mean?
It had to return. The park was its anchor. When the park was threatened, it had to go back.
So you saved my life. Thank you.
I'm just glad you're okay.
I'm not sure okay is the right word. I haven't slept through the night since. Keep seeing that face when I close my eyes.
It gets better. I promise.
I hope so. I'm staying with my parents for a while, in Westbrook. I can't go back to that apartment.
I don't blame you. Will you come back to town eventually?
I don't think so. Too many memories now. I need a fresh start.
I understand.
But I wanted to thank you. Whatever you did at that park, it saved my life.
The entity is gone now. For good, I think.
I hope you're right. Take care of yourself, Thomas.
You too, Sally.
And if you ever see anything like that again, run the other way.
Don't worry. I've learned my lesson. Sally just texted me. She's alive.
Really? That's amazing news.
Where has she been?
Hospital in the next county. The entity attacked her that night, but had to return to the park when I started the demolition. That's when it left her. She's left the group chat, by the way.
So destroying the park not only banished the entity, it also saved Sally.
Seems that way. She's pretty traumatized, though. Moving in with her parents. Says she's not coming back.
I can't blame her. After what she experienced?
None of us will ever be the same.
My article comes out tomorrow, heavily edited, of course, but I managed to include enough of the truth to serve as a warning.
I signed the NDA with the company today. Took the money.
It's what anyone would do. The truth wouldn't serve any purpose now.
Except to get you committed.
Exactly. But I'm not giving up. I want to keep looking into this, see if there are similar cases elsewhere.
I've already started researching these entities. If there are more of them, people should know.
Agreed. Knowledge is the only defense.
Thomas, I heard what happened at the park.
Jack, how did you hear?
Small town. News travels fast, especially news about that place.
I destroyed it. The funhouse, the whole park.
I know. I drove by yesterday. Nothing but rubble now.
Are you angry about the destruction?
Hell no! I'm relieved. You did what none of us could, what we should have done decades ago.
The entity is gone. I saw it disappear.
I believe you. I can feel the difference, like a weight lifted, even from miles away.
You really were connected to that place.
We all were. Everyone who ever worked there. But it's over now. I'm moving. Fresh start. New state.
I'm happy for you.
Thank you, Thomas. For all of us. The ones who survived and the ones who didn't.
Take care of yourself, Jack.
You too, man.
I've been thinking
About?
everything we learned, about the entity, about how it came into our world.
What about it?
If one could find a way through, others might have too.
That's a terrifying thought.
I know, but I've been researching, found cases that might be similar. Different manifestations, but same pattern.
What kind of pattern?
Creative works that cause distress, missing creators, physical locations with high disappearance rates. It's all connected somehow.
So what are you suggesting?
That we keep investigating. Together. You saw it firsthand. I have the research background. We could help people. Maybe even save lives.
I'm in. The severance package means I don't need to work right away. And honestly, I don't think I could just go back to normal life after what I've seen.
I was hoping you'd say that. Want to grab a drink sometime? Talk about next steps?
I'd like that. When?
Tomorrow night, the Cardinal Bar on 5th, around 8.
Sounds perfect. A new chapter begins.
Let's hope it's less terrifying than the last one.
I'll drink to that. See you tomorrow, Mia.
See you then, Thomas.